Hello there, and welcome to Dr. T for today, November the 15th, also known as Tuesday Dr. T, because every Tuesday is going to be Dr. T now. Every Monday, Hammerman, every Tuesday. So, hello Tuesday for this week. And yes, you may have noticed from looking in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, there's some Zookas sitting there. And yeah, I don't know. I was feeling a little Zooka-y this morning. Now, if you're really low level and you're rocking in with like Hookah, kind of come in and shoot from the same area. You're gonna get your win. You might have to go through the sniper tower and machine gun instead of just dropping one artillery, but you know, you guys will get the hint. Now, stage 2, if you're doing the Hookah, you're laughing. All you gotta do is roll up, kill the mortar. The second that mortar drops, make sure you got a stun hitting the rocket launcher, flare everything onto the rocket launcher, and you should be able to take it out before your stun wears off, assuming your stun, lasts more than 5 seconds. I'm not sure what level 1 shocks are, honestly, but be mindful of that. Now, if you're smoking Zookas up, all you gotta do is get them up right beside the HQ and drop a shock down on top of the mortar / rocket launcher. And pew pew pew, you're gonna get the win. The machine gun on the left hand side will probably shoot at some of your troops, but like one medkit, problem solved. Honestly, it's not going to do a lot of damage. And if you really wanted, you could probably move to the right. Just be careful you don't shock your own troops if you do that. Now, stage 3. Honestly, if you can smoke your landing and go left-hand side, you are laughing. You will literally be laughing. If you can't, drop a boat of sacrificial heavies over on the right-hand side, land everything else on the left-hand side, and don't actually flare until everything's grouped up over on the left-hand side, and then throw the flare further to the left, throw a shock onto the flamethrower machine gun, you'll be able to take it out and win the internet. Now, if you're smoking up, like myself, one shock on the mortar and shock launcher, and you're gonna be pretty much golden. Obviously, if you really wanted to, you could throw a shock down on that sniper tower, because it does fry one of my troops. But, not a super huge deal if you can't pull off with the amount of GBE you have. In my case, I was just lazy because I didn't realize I had already lost the 90% off troop weekend. Honestly, when I loaded up, I was just like, oh, okay, 90% weekend, still going, yay! And then I got to reload after I lost a couple, and I was just like, oh no, this isn't good. Fortunately, grand scheme of things, by the time I was, at a higher level, I didn't have to worry about the 2 that I lost on that level, because it was only like 1 per boat, and, whatever. So, stage 4, if you're rolling like heavy Zooka or tanks or something, I would suggest going left-hand side around the outside. But if you're smoking your Zookas up, smoke them in right behind the shock launcher there, and one shock on sniper towers and shock launcher, other shock on other shock launcher and whatever, who cares, and then a third shock on the sniper tower machine gun, and you're gonna cruise right on through. I don't think I even lost anyone. Maybe I lost like one Zooka. Yeah, that one Zooka to a cannon or something. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, stage 5. Things started getting scary, and I was kind of glad that I was rocking all Zooka today, because I was just like, honestly, I was really in the mood for warriors. I was like, I'm kind of feeling the warriors, but then I was like, I don't know. I think I've done warriors a lot lately. I wasn't 100% sure. I couldn't remember, and I was too lazy to look back and actually review. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do all Zookas because, I need to work on my AZ skills and whatnot. And as you can see, doing AZ because, well, that's what I wanted to do. And honestly, I feel pretty good about my showing. I feel like I grew, I learned some things, learned that in close quarters, some Zookas are going to pour out, and then things are going to go bad, and I'm going to swear a lot. But, I'll live with it. It's okay. So, Stage 5, obviously, you see where I went and how I did things. And also, just as a side note, Stage 5, I think, was like the hardest level for AZ, which blew my mind. Because Stage 6, if you look here, there's like not even shock launchers. There's no shock launchers on this level at all. So you've got some mortars over on the left-hand side and some rocket launchers on the left-hand, or mortars on the left-hand side, rocket launchers on the right-hand side. Okay, yeah, no, that works up. I may not know my left from the right, but I know how to math, so it's something. Flared right up in behind the rocket launchers, or beside the rocket launchers, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And I did kind of take some collateral damage, I guess, from those machine guns. And then right here, this is the biggest mistake I did out of the entire Dr. T. I was not expecting my troops to kind of veer out as far, and so I lost some to a flamethrower. But that's okay, because enough made it through that I could drop my 2 shocks and throw some critters. Oh, 3 shocks and throw some critters, just for good measure. And pew, 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 just like that, we have a dead HQ. Which is already Stage 6. I tell you, man, when you rock the AZ, the video goes by really, really quickly. Almost crazily. Alright. And yes, really high losses. 25. I hadn't actually refreshed my troops up until that point and was just like, alright, no, on 7 we're over 400k, I gotta drop the, like, full load of AZ just to make sure I get through that properly. I smoked very carefully. I probably could have pulled off the 2 smoke landing, which I felt really good about. You know, like, that's one of those things that I've been like, yes, one day I will be able to do the 2 smoke landing, and I feel like I'm on the cusp. I'm almost there, which makes me feel like, you know, I'm at least progressing, which is kind of why I play this game, because I like new challenges and to try doing new things, and then the reward is when you can finally actually do them. So, again, same deal as the other level. Oh, look, leak! But that's okay, because there's like 1 rocket launcher and some mortars, so 2 shocks and some critters, and everything just kind of shoots away up there, and boom, we get the win. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful, hopefully it's been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.